Yeah.
You know?
And it was a good filter.
Yeah.
So fucking, where were we going?
I don't know,
We
but
keep trying to get to this Muska.
Yeah, okay. Oh, because I was trying to give time, like how old I was.
Yeah.
So, and I just keep falling in love with skateboarding. No, you're talk about it. Fuck. So, all right. So, Double D, Donnie Dietrich. So,
you're saying Bill Weiss
and Double D and Dennis Dirty. Yeah. So I met them. So it was after my dad had passed.
Okay.
When I was like, fuck it, I don't need to be in Vegas. My mom's in Tucson. I don't want to go. Like, I got the taste of fucking California.
You wanted to go to...
I was like, my dad's not here, but I'm gonna fucking make it. Like, I was like, I'm gonna be pro. Like,
so when you were skating with these guys, it was in LA or it was in California?
No, it was in Vegas.
Oh, it was in Vegas.
Yeah, it was just Double D though. He came out like
Okay.
just probably party and shit. And then he brought a camera and I went and skated and he's like, oh, this kid's got it. Like, went out to California, came back. The thing happened with my dad, and then I was like, dude, and I think Vinny had already like been trying to move out there, and I was like, fucking, if Vinny's doing it, I'm gonna do it. Right. So me and Hamamoto took a Greyhound because he's like, call me, like, this is my address. Call me when you get to town. I don't know if it was him being nice, but we took it literal. Like 4 days after he told us that, because I think we talked to him on the phone, and I wrote down his address. He might have been drunk at the time, or because he was older. He was like fucking 25 at the time.
Kids
or
are
something.
never gonna call me.
Yeah, and he was hanging out with Muska party, like, so he knew, but we didn't know any of that yet. So he gave the invite, and me and Hamamoto were like, we're going. I don't know how we got money for the bus ticket, whatever, but we took the bus. Call Donnie. No one. Double D, where the fuck are you at? Like, slept at the Greyhound. I think it was the day we got there. We stayed that night. And then 2 nights
at the Greyhound station.
At the Greyhound station, we didn't care. We're out of Vegas, and we're
just skate during the day,
or
we're
skating
you did?
like in the front and just like
You'd go, time to go to bed. Just go back to.
But we couldn't go too far because this is pre-cell phone, so it was a payphone right there, and that was the number I was leaving on his answering machine. Like, call me back at this payphone. So we were only like skating right there, or like, yo, we're gonna go to 7-Eleven. Like, you go first, I'll watch the phone.
Well, they do tell you to stay in the same spot if you're lost.
Yeah, and we were fucking lost. We had no idea what we were doing. So, but finally made it to Donnie Dietrich's. Okay. And he was living with the Dirty Aussie. You remember him? Troy O'Mahony.
Oh, I remember the name.
Troy. He worked for Balance.
Balance, yeah.
Troy O'Mahony.
Yeah, he was just in the mix. Like,
he was in the Shorty's Hardware video. I don't know why
I
remember that, but
he was just a ripper from Australia.
Yeah. Huh.
So it was him in the mix because they were filming digital, so they're doing all that. So we go out, finally meet up with Double D, get to his house. It's fucking sketchy. It's everything you dreamed of as a kid. You're like, dude, I'm living with grown-ups that are not, they're like fucking,
they're adult children.
Yeah,
they're having a good time.
They shouldn't be living on their own. Right. Like, and we're here at their house sleeping on the floor. So we stayed with them, and it was downtown fucking San Diego.
Okay.
I remember Pokies. Have you ever been to San Diego? Pokies was like the mothers of Huntington.
Oh, gotcha.
So it was like the taco spot.
Okay.
So it was like the hub. And Street Machine was right there. So we were right there, and we'd go to Pokies. We saw.
Oh, now you're in the loop now.
Yeah, we made it. We're watching people eat tacos and fucking have coffee, and we would see everyone, like Alyssa Steamer would walk by, and like the San Diego heads, like fucking, I can't remember, and Tomietto was like down the street, so we saw like everyone like going through.
Is this tripping. Like when they were filming for freaking, what's it called, Welcome to Hell at this point? Or
no, it was after that.
It was after that.
Yeah, because Welcome to Hell sparked us to like, we want to go here. We know what spots we want to go to. So we were like downtown. Me and Hamamoto made it down with Donnie, and they're like, hey, while we're gone doing some sketchy shit, they didn't tell. We're like, we're gonna be gone. Right, but you guys go do your thing. We'll be back at the house at 5. So we just go spot searching. We'd find spots like that were in videos and be like, that's the thing someone did something on.
Gotcha.
And for us, it wasn't like we want to show how good we are. We're like, dude, if we're here, we have to at least like
touch it,
get one trick on it.
Get one trick.
Yeah.
Right.
And it was the bank. Heath did a 360 flip over the rail into the bank. There was a rail in the center.
Roosevelt School or?
Yeah, I think it's Roosevelt. It's like they skated all the time when people would.
Yeah. And there's like a bank to like a bar. too.
Yes, it's got like you land on black
Black tar.
tar,
yeah.
Okay.
So it was that spot. We went there, and there's a rail in the middle, and Heath did the 360 flip over. We're like, there's no way that's going to happen. And then
I gotta do a switch.
Jolly or something.
There's some heavy shit that went down there.
It was like, we're there. We got to like make sure we're here for a reason. So we're like, who did what on the, like someone ended up like, I think someone lip slid the rail. I can't remember who it was. Dude, like, fuck. Maybe Shani Junganen.
Shani.
In the rhythm video. That was one of my favorite videos. That rhythm. Genesis.
That video's
fucking
amazing.
Soundtrack.
Yeah.
Shani Junganen. Am I saying it right?
Junganen.
Junganen, yeah.
I say Shani Junganen.
Oh yeah, because
That's how it
you
is.
were expedition with him, right?
Yeah. But I called him Channy for so long.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, you've been calling me the wrong name for 6 years.
Shani.
Shani
Shani.
Junganen. He has his own
Yeah.
French accent. Anyway.
Yeah, but I remember that. Like he'd like tell or lip slid it or something, and I was like, all right, I did a lip slide. Hamamoto did a front board, and you're like, all right, fuck. And spots in California compared to Vegas, it's like baby size. Like, because we have like legit handrails for old people and tourists, so there's no lawsuits.
Yeah.
So you go to schoolyards in California, it's for little kids. and
Everything's
you're like,
looking
it's
small to you.
And we're like, holy, this is like a skate park. Like, we didn't go to skate parks because we're like, that handrail is like a skate park
That's
if they
funny.
built it in Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we would just go to spots while Donnie and them were out doing their thing, and we got back to the house and we were telling him shit they were, and he's like, these kids are full of shit. You did not go there and do that on that and we're like, whatever. Like,
you didn't
come out
film
with-
any of this?
No, they were out doing like sketchy shit. Like, we got there and they were like, we got there, they're like, yeah, you can stay here, like, but we're going to do something else. I don't know, because they always had product at the house. I don't want to put anyone on
Or they were
blast.
selling
but-
it or
yeah,
something. Who
selling
knows?
it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just doing, or just they didn't want to hang out with kids. Like,
Right.
and it was like weekdays. So like back then it was like, we're going skating on the weekend. So that's we might have got there on like a Tuesday, and they're like, all right, we're not going out till the
The
weekend.
weekdays,
Sure.
the skate park to sell their shit. Or
Exactly.
whatever else,
So then did you take them there to show them that you could do all this
so
shit?
I think that's what it was. We were going out on the weekday, and then the
Okay.
weekend came around, and then we went out, and he's like, these kids are like on it. Like, we were just skating, and they're like, and then they would be like, do you want to go here? It was always yes. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there. We'll go.
Okay.
It's not in Vegas. Yeah, we'll go there. We'll go there. We'll go there.
Right.
So we did that for a little bit and started to make connections. I remember seeing Jamie Thomas at spots, and that was another thing that came to mind. I was like, dude, let's figure out where all these pros are going and just show up and rip. not kook, just naturally, but they'll just happen to be on the session, and it's
It's kind of how shit happens.
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
you got
Very
Kinda
true.
how
it's
shit
kind of
happens.
get your foot in the door
Yeah.
without like, it wasn't us showing off it wasn't them doing a crook and then us doing the crook.
Right.
It was almost like wait till they're done and then kind of like
Creep in and kind
yeah.
of skate this.
we had some etiquette because
Right,
growing up like at the blocks you learn like the chaos, like weave your way around, let the big dogs do the big dog things. And
Right.
so we would do that, and like we just put it into fruition, like, dude. And I was like set, I was like, I'm gonna ride for fucking zero. So we go with Donnie and we start filming, and then we went up to Huntington and met up with Weiss, and that's when I first met Weiss and Dennis. And Dennis was doing like all the editing at the time.
Yep.
So Weiss would go out with us, and Weiss is the fucking best. Dude. Oh my god, he's just like the kid. He's just a grown up
He's a
kid.
big kid, yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And it was he was so down. He's into the hijinks that we're in, like just fucking throwing water at people. Like
yeah,
we
sure.
were just just having fun. And we'd go and film, not thinking anything of it. Film. And then he's like, "Yeah, you guys should stay out here and just start fucking hanging out, meet." And he would like give us boards. I think he got me 0 boards somehow because he always saw me and he's like, "Yeah, we'll take care of your boards." So we ended up staying with Double D for, I think, maybe like a week. And he's like, yo, you guys got to go.
Oh.
Like, we thought maybe, and he's like, I didn't really know you guys were gung-ho on staying.
Right,
We're
right.
like, we're not fucking leaving, dude. So he's like, all right, I got these guys. They work at Tumieto. And I was like, boing, like fucking toy machine.
Boing. Wow.
Fucking.
Okay.
I wanted to ride for zero.
Boing
now,
machine.
Boing.
I'm going to live at someone's house that works at Tomieto.
Boing.
Boing. So we get there. He drops us off, and he's like, "This is so and so. This is so." And it was a big house. It was like a house and then a back house, and it was total. It was like a frat house of skateboarders.
Okay.
Yeah, find a place to sleep. You're more than welcome. We did, and
Rent $75.
no, it wasn't even that. I guess we got vouched for. They're like, all these dudes are gonna do is fucking skate.
Okay.
So we're living there, and we're in the back house, and I think they moved someone else in, or just got too crowded, and they were taking care of us. They're like, "Yo, you know what? Like, go there. There's a guy named Jake. He lives over there. He's cool. He'll probably let you stay in there." And it's like a little studio. It's like the size of a kitchen.
Okay.
And we're like, all right, cool. So we go over and we're like, hey, fucking, they said, I can't remember his name that worked there. Fuck. He always was listening to Modest Mouth super loud and
really?
like fucking dancing around in his underwear. Just a maniac. Do you know who the Brian Jonestown Massacre band is?
Yep.
You know the guy with the big mutton chops that plays the tambourine?
Yep.
That's what he looked
he's
like.
okay.
That's what he reminded me of. Like just fucking, he was such a character.
It's a good band, by the way.
Oh, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brian Jones and fucking.
Super good.
So we move in to that, and it's like Jake's there, and we like met him in passing. He's like, yeah, it's cool. All right, mate, you can just sit there. And we're like, fucking mate, what the? We're like, what the fuck? So it comes down to it's Jake Brown, but this is before. I think he was. I don't know who he's riding for, but it was like Jake Brown. He was heavy in the mix. Like he knew. Like he was having people come pick him up. We're like, holy shit! Like that's so and so. Like picking up Jake.
Oh,
We're living
wow.
with Jake Brown. We're in his closet.
You were.
It literal, like it was like set up like this, and he had a drawstring, and it was me and Hamamoto, like Hamamoto's feet and my feet, like that, just sleeping in the closet. And he had, and with our $100, we'd always go in on food, like we'd buy a loaf of bread and like cheese or whatever. And Jake Brown he's like the maker. He'd be like, oh, use the maker. And it was just grilled cheese sandwiches. That's all we ate all day. Grilled cheese
Like the
sandwiches.
George Foreman grill.
Yeah, it was like, he's like, make it in the maker.
Yeah.
Make it in the maker. I'm like, all right, fucking cool. Like, so we're doing that for a while.
Ain't you just out filming with Weiss?
Weiss, and it now it was like Double D, because he's like, all right, these kids are like really about
Okay,
it. Like,
yeah.
we'll get them set up at this house. So kind of met up with all those dudes. Like, was at that house. Man, this fucking.
Would you?
trying to
But you
remember.
filmed a digital part, right?
Yeah, this is where it's all-
this is it going into that.
Yeah, it's transitioning into all
okay.
that. And then, but from this house, like we met a lot of people and we were just in the mix more. Like it was like, yeah, if you want to go film, let's go. And then, but I remember one time like Sean Sheffy came over and,
Are you scared?
no, this is how it happened. No, he did come over at first and he's like, yo, what's up? And we were just like, not scared because we didn't know the reputation he had. I just saw him like remember Goldfish and just his fucking style. I was like, dude, I'm like, fucking what's up? Whatever.
Beast.
He's like, you guys gonna be here for a minute? And we're like, yeah, cool. And he's like doing something in the front yard. He was like right out front or something. And then he comes in and it was Julian, his son. He's like,
Okay.
is it cool if he kicks it with you for a little bit? And we're like, we're just watching skate videos or something. And we're sitting on the couch and he's like in the front doing yard work or something. I don't know. Like,
Sheffy? Okay.
I don't know.
Mowing
I
the
was just-
lawn? Yeah.
This sounds like
Something
a
with
dream or
Sheffy living
something.
there.
Yeah, it sounds.
Edging the lawn? Yeah. What-
I'm trying to think of what he could have been doing out front. Or maybe I don't know what he was doing.
He was the gardener.
yeah, planting
Something.
roses in the...
But we were just chilling with his son, and I was like, dude, this is the coolest fucking. I was like, we're like hanging out, and Julian must have been like 7, like he was young.
This is after he ollied over him. In the, in the Plan B.
So I kind of like I didn't grow up with that Sheffy, but once I found out he was my favorite, I backlogged and I was
Sure.
like, whoa, he did a lot of stuff, but just cool like that shit happening.
Just, you're in it, bro.
Yeah, in it, and it felt
Crazy.
good.
Yeah.
So then we start going filming with Weiss and got into that mix, and then now we're getting to the Ragdoll story. So we make a Vegas trip. I think it was me and Corey Shepard, and it was
wow.
just fucking. It was like the Blind and World. Fucking Corey Shepard.
Casper?
No, not Casper.
Dalia.
No.
Aaron Artis.
Nope. Fuck.
Ronnie
He was on
Krieger.
blind. He was on Blind.
It was Krieger's homie. Yeah.
Evan Shovelbein?
No, dude. Once we say it out loud, we're going to be like, oh, that should have been the first guy. He's like the TM.
Spencer Fujimoto.
James Craig.
James Craig.
Oh, James
Yeah.
Craig.
James Craig.
Yeah.
It was James Craig and
Jason Lee.
a couple other. And
James Craig.
James
Yeah.
Craig.
Amazing.
And some of the Red Dragon guys.
Oh.
So we made our way out to Vegas and we're doing trips like that. And then I had stayed out there or something. I don't know how it came, but Muska ended up coming out with Weiss. And we're at this rail, the UNLV rail. And I was never done a nose blunt in my life, but I was like, that's like a Muska trick. I got to do this.
I don't think this ends well.
No, I got up just straight to feet and cartwheeled. Like cartwheeled,
First
blackout.
try? You're
First
just trying to
try.
go
I was
down-
like
yeah.
going for it. And fucking Weiss was like, yeah, Ragdoll. And I don't think Muska knew yet that my nickname was Ragdoll. And he's like, fuck yeah, Ragdoll. You got that shit, Ragdoll. Yeah. And he just kept saying it. And Weiss looked at me. He's like, that's your new name.
You're Ragdoll.
Yeah. He's like, you're Ragdoll.
But
from
you
now on."
had the nickname for a little bit before.
It
People
was-
were kind of
It was kind of like a
rags,
joke.
this,
Yeah, rags.
that.
That it was like
okay.
Ragdoll it. But once he kind of got the back, and Weiss is like, that's your, and he would not let anyone call me nothing but Ragdoll from that. And it was Muska. And it just sounded so cool coming from him. He's
Yeah,
like,
Ragdoll.
Yeah, you got this, Ragdoll. Fuck yeah. Oh, you good? You good? Fuck yeah, Ragdoll.
Yeah.
And he did it with Vinny Vegas too. He's like, yeah, Vinny Vegas. Yeah, bet.
Oh,
And it was just that hype. And I was like, holy shit, Muska just like
Juicing you.
solidified the
Yeah.
fucking, I guess that's
He's
who I am.
solidified a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Oklahomies.
Yep.
He's a bunch of shit.
He's just, and that's the dude I emulated when
Yeah.
it just came full circle. So fucking cool.
Isn't that amazing?
Did you tell him the story about how it used to be him?
Yeah, I think we talked about it too, but he's just so like humble. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, whatever, you ain't gotta
Right.
tell me that, whatever. And I was just like, all right, cool, I'll keep it to myself.
Yeah.
I'll wait till I go on the 9 Club and tell everybody.
Hey, Ragdoll. You got a Ragdoll.
You got this, yeah. And I just
amazing.
totally, he was probably scared, like, I hope this dude's not dead. Like,
How did you feel about that?
Oh, you probably.
I was kind of psyched on it because that's when nicknames were kind of like coming up. Because one of my favorites to this day is Trainwreck.
Train wreck.
And I was like, this dude's fucking. I was like, now I got a name like similar. Like I want to. And
Right.
Trainwreck was on Zero, and I was like, I kind of.
You're now marketable.
I kind of.
It's in it,
I
yeah.
felt like okay, I got something that someone else got because my name was always super hard, and people were like, dude, I don't.
It's a
like,
good name though.
It is.
It's a good.
a
You
fucking
could have
great
ran.
name.
You could have if Ragdoll never came in the picture. You could have ran with your own name for.
I think
a good
now.
name.
I
You
think
open
now.
an Italian restaurant.
Oh, that's
Scalamari.
true.
But dude, it totally matched your skating though, and your whole.
Absolutely.
I think yeah.
It worked out.
But with Scalamari was back then, because now we have people that are like coming out from like Europe and stuff. So it's kind of cool to have an intriguing name. Back then, it's like, if it's not looking good on a board, like, come
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
Because Scalamari, because
There's a bunch of Europeans that need nicknames
True.
badly.
There's some
Nicknames
cool ones
help.
though.
Nicknames
they do.
help.
Yeah.
They do.
They do.
Yeah.
And that was like one thing, like, I was proud, but I kind of, because my dad had already passed away and he was really big, like, I'm Anthony Daniel Scalamari III.
Okay.
So my name is really, it has meaning
Yes.
behind it.
Yeah.
So I think if my dad was still around at that, I would feel a different
wouldn't
way.
like it, yeah.
He would be like, why aren't you proud of the name I gave
Right,
you?
right,
But
right.
it's kind of like they call you Tony the Hat. Like his name was Tony the Hat.
Tony the Hat.
Tony the Hat at the fucking.
Did he not wear a hat?
He wore a hat. He wore a hat when he was asleep.
Okay,
Like,
wow.
It's like he was just Tony
Doesn't
the
have a
Hat.
hair, though.
Oh, he doesn't have a hat right there.
Tony the Hat.
Oh my
I
god,
love
you
that.
just debunked it.
I love it.
Yeah, maybe it's just when he went and gambled. Maybe it was his lucky hat or something. But he was Tony the Hat because he would
But
always.
that's such an Italian
Yeah.
nickname.
Maybe
right?
he helped when he wore a hat. It was always a good hat because he always had fedoras, and
Right.
Frank Sinatra was his idol, and therefore is my idol. So that's what I grew up on.